Alright, welcome back to another video and thank you for coming along. I've been procrastinating quite a bit about this video, but I'm excited to be back in front of the camera and I'm going to share with you my journey to and throughout Gser 100 miler 2022. Alright, welcome back to another video. I've just landed in Melbourne and just been to Woolies to pick up some gear because we are on the road to Gser 2022 100 miler. And guess who I've got here?
It's happening.
Here we go. Got the bro. You ready to rock and roll?
No. It's happening, though. It's happening.
And we're traveling in absolute style. We're in the juicy van, so it's very cringe-worthy, but yep, got to do what you got to do. So let's hit the road and let's get to Harrietville and chill out for a couple of days and get ready for Gser 2022. Alright, we've made it to Harrietville. We're just in the local car park and just setting up the van. It's beautiful, sunny, and I can't believe how hot it is here today in Melbourne. Well, out of Melbourne, Harrietville I should say, but yeah, time to set up. We'll have a look around. Got to do our daily run, so we'll get that underway and then find something to eat. So alright, we'll check back in later. How cool is this little creek that runs through town? I can actually feel the cold air coming off the water. So it's all ice melt and it's flowing very well at the moment. You can just feel that cold air coming straight off it. You don't want to fall in. Well, doesn't that look cozy? Just me and you, bro? Oh.
I have my own sleeping bag.
Alright, so if you've watched some of the videos before on the channel, back in 2019 I paced my big brother Ben for the last 42 kilometers of this event, and during that time watching him finish this epic journey, I was very much inspired to get out there, see the whole course, and over the years really trained hard, and I wanted to give myself the best chance that I could to finish this event, and secretly I wanted to race my big brother Ben and see if I could beat him. So that was a little bit of an extra motivator to train hard for this epic journey. Alright, just finished our shakeout run and we're looking up and looking at what we've got to run up to, on Friday. So yeah, way up there somewhere. Hoo-wee. Alright, we're here. It's the morning of Gser 2022 100 miler. It's going to be the toughest race I've ever done, and really pumped for my big brother here. He's also running it as well, and yeah, there's a lot of nervous energy out there. A little bit rainy this morning, but should be all in all good conditions. So let's get out there and tackle this thing.
The trails are in great condition. We've got the trails marked by bright pink markers with directional arrows in location. 3, 2, 1, go! Go, Vincent! Get him!
Got caught on a spiky bush. Alright, we're on the first climb. It's meant to be around 1400 meters. And we've only climbed 250 meters so far, so still a long way to go. It's pretty slow going, it's pretty steep, lots of stairs, but really spectacular. So yeah, check back in a little bit. So the race started off pretty well, except for the rain, but ran the first few kilometers with Ben, and basically until we got to the trailhead, which leads up the first mountain, Mount Feathertop. And you know, the pack breaks up quite a bit, and it's, you know, as you're climbing, it starts to get super foggy and really cold towards the top. And it wasn't until then that I realized that I forgot to load the map before I started the race. I just pressed GPS and go, and then I didn't realize that I forgot to put the map up on the watch. So that was a little bit annoying, because when I got to a few forks in the road, and because it was so misty, it was really hard to see the markers. And you know, at this point I was sort of starting to get a little bit frustrated, but I knew that I had plenty of time. I wasn't out to really race the event, I was more out to just get it done, because it was my first time in the mountains in Victoria, and it's probably not something that I was fully prepared for, because there's a lot of unknowns over this mountainous distance. So, you know, I had to pull out my phone a few times, check the map and navigate that way, which is good to do anyway, and not just rely on the markers. But it was a little bit of a mind games early on in the race that it didn't take me long to get over, but initially I was a little bit annoyed, but managed to fix that throughout the race and just get the job done, really. One of the huts on the way to Feathertop. Looks pretty cool. We've climbed about 1100 meters. We're just on the top of a ridge now. Very cloudy, wet, cold, and I'm glad it's not too windy. But yeah. Whew. There's some breeze now. Whew. We're just heading up to the Mount Feathertop point, and ooh, I noticed some snow. Oh, what's it like? Oh wow! Woo! Oh, that's the first time I've ever kicked snow. There you go. Oh, all right, to the top we go. About all we can see up here at the top of Feathertop. A bit more snow. I have to run off the trail for a second. Oh yeah. Snowy. Oh shit. Just about to head back down now. She's getting cold up here. Whew, all this snow. For a second. Oh. So there's a few key things that I train for to do something like this, and it's gear, nutrition, hydration is sort of part of nutrition, and obviously time on legs. So I managed to you know, do a lot of events in gear that I was happy with. All the races I've previously done, and during training, nutrition was on point. Basically didn't have any problems with any nutrition or any stomach issues at all. Training, definitely put in the miles to complete the course. Probably not in a race manner, but definitely to complete it. I put in enough time on legs. But there was one key element that I stuffed majorly, and the mountains sort of have their own atmosphere, and it can be perfectly fine and sunny 1 second, and then by the end of that day it can be storming, heaps of rain, and basically for the first day just ran in the rain the whole time. So I had wet shoes and wet socks for 30 hours. It wasn't until the last aid station that I took my shoes and socks off. I had a pair of shoes in the last drop bag, and I had dried my socks in the fire, and so I was able to put on a dry pair of socks and a dry pair of shoes for the last 15k leg. But that could have easily undone my event, because if it wasn't for the medics literally patching me up every aid station, I probably wouldn't have made it. The only way I would have made it is by running in a lot of pain through the blisters and etc. Because yeah, without the medics and their strapping tape, I probably wouldn't have made it. So huge thank you to the medics out on course, because at every aid station they had exactly what I needed. So that was a blessing in disguise. Alright, we're about 1k out from the first aid station. We're just, visibility is super low, and there's cars driving past. It's about a 7k road section that's pretty dangerous. But yeah, we've got a headlamp on so people can see us in our high vis, so hopefully we're nice and safe. But yeah, we're 4.5 hours in, 26k, not going too bad, feeling good. So yeah, let's keep moving forward. Alright, we're off the road, back up in the bush, and climbing up this mountain on our way to the Twins. So hopefully this weather clears up a bit and we can actually see some views. But yeah, just 33.5 k's in, feeling alright. We've done well over 2,000 meters of vert already, so yeah, we'll just keep plugging away. Alright, we've just gone over the Twins, and it's looking quite spooky out here. But yeah, the ground is very uneven. It's very tough to jog it because it's so rocky underneath the grass. But all you do is just keep plodding along and pushing forward. But yeah, it's definitely not clearing up yet. It's rainy and foggy and a little bit cold, so I think it's like 5 or 10 degrees or something. Alright, we'll check back in later. Well, doesn't look creepy out here at all. Anyway, we'll keep going. Well, there's some of the views that we've been missing because of all the rain clouds and fog and mist. So yeah, it's pretty spectacular. Whew. Oh, that's a long way. Just look down there. Just ducked into that bush. Little red belly black snake. Whew, now we're going up this climb. Super rugged. Damn it, I just swallowed a bug. Whew. Anyway, super steep, super technical. You can see just rocks everywhere, hidden in the grass, like snakes. Anyway, damn that bug. All right, check in later. You can probably see from some of the footage that the ground is quite rough in places. For a lot of it, there's not much of a trail, and underneath the grass and the leaves there's lots of rocks. So my feet got beaten up very badly throughout the event, and by the time I got to 120k, I could still run and move alright, but it was the times that you sort of land funny on a rock and it like gets you in that one spot that's been hammered for 120 kilometers so far, and that sort of makes you hike for a little bit. And when I finally got to the last station to swap shoes, because my feet were so beaten up and swollen from all the water that putting the fresh new shoes on was quite uncomfortable. It took a couple of kilometers for them to ease in and sort of take the pressure off. I probably would prefer to change shoes earlier, maybe just before halfway, but given the circumstances that I put myself in, that was all I could do. And so looking back, yeah, I probably should have swapped shoes earlier in the event. Alright, I think we're going through the Barry Mountains at the moment. It's, yeah, totally different scene to what we've been running through already. These giant gum trees everywhere. How big they are. Anyway, keep moving. Going alright. I'll check back in later. Ooh, what a view. I mean, you could drive here, but nah. Gotta run here. Gotta run it to see it. Whew, just, I think we're about 5-6k out of the next aid station, which is the last one before the big climb at the end, and then you come back to that, and then come back to all the ones before. So yeah, cruise along, taking it easy. We want to get to the finish. We don't want to blow up, so it's all going well at the moment. Alright, check back later. like full-on jungle down here. Woo-wee. Slippery as. So you can probably see from this, from the last section of the video, how muddy and slippery that section was. And that's like one of the last sections before going up a really tough section called the Viking, and it's really scrubby, it's really steep, and there was heaps of leeches. So a little tip, I didn't figure it out until it was actually happening, but I had some salt tablets, and salt's really good at getting leeches off. So I pulled out a salt tablet and rubbed all the leeches so they would let go, and because if you rip them off you bleed too much. So I ended up using a salt tablet to get all the leeches off, because they were like really bad in one section up the Viking, and it was so steep and rugged, and hard to navigate because Parks and Wildlife don't let the race directors mark the course up this particular section, and if they find markings out there, then they might not get permitted next year. So I didn't know that at the time until after the event, but it makes sense now looking back. But there was two guys at the top to help you navigate to the actual turnaround point. But it was super muddy, super technical, lightning storm rolling through, which made that section really tough. But it's one of those things that's super rewarding once you get out of there and you make it through that section. But it's definitely the toughest part of the course. We made it to the halfway point. Whew. I don't know how long it's taken, but the watch died, so we'll have to make it home without the watch. Alright, let's rock and roll out of here. You can see a big lightning storm in the background. Whew. Alright, we're on the road to the next aid station, which should be 7.8 kilometers away. And what is that thing? I have not seen the sun in like 2 days. It's just been raining the whole time. Oh, I just want to... So nice. Oh, so much better than rain. It has been atrocious conditions, so let's get back out there. Bit of thunderstorm coming through this morning. Another one. Alright, quick update. We are nearly at the third last aid station, which means about 40 k's left. what you're greeted with. 360 views. Not very clear skies, but looks like there's something brewing over that way. But yeah, very spectacular. As you can see, when you get to the top of the Twins, you've just greeted by this amazing landscape that you can see as far as you can see. But once you get there, you sort of know how far you got to go. You can see the road section in the distance, and you start to get a sense of, I'm actually going to complete this thing. And it's sort of a very motivating section, because you know that, you know, the last aid station is coming up quickly, and you know, it's always good to, you know, when you've been hiking and running for so long by yourself, and to come into that atmosphere and get pumped up before the last downhill section. And that was when I did my shoe change and dried my socks out, and got to the trail section, the Bonnecord Spur, and there was a few 50k runners coming in, and I sort of said to them, hey guys, do you mind if I jump on with you guys? And they said, yeah, no worries. And I was fortunate enough that I left enough in the tank, and my legs were still working enough that I could really let it rip. And I didn't get to film all of it, but you get to that section, once you get off the top of the mountain, and you hit this smooth, soft underfoot trail, it would probably be the most epic downhill section on fresh legs you've ever seen to run. But even with beaten up feet, the ground was so soft underfoot, you could just let it rip, and you know, got to push that last 14k section, and it just really made me happy to think that I could push on this last section of this epic journey. And yeah, the 50k runner guys were like, hang on a minute, you're doing the miler and you're running with us right now? And all I could say was, thanks guys, you know, you pushed me along. I could only do this because I'm running with you guys and trying to keep up with you guys. And yeah, it was super rewarding getting to run with the 50k runners at the end. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. It's over there, isn't it? Come on, legs. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's get this thing done. Right there. Let's try and pick it up a little. Come on. Oh, this is a long 500. Come on. Let's go. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Alright, thank you for watching my journey on the Gser 100-mile course. Appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. We're a huge fan of Spring Energy on this channel, so if you would like to pick some up, 10% discount code in the comments down below, so make sure you check that out. So thank you for watching. If you found any value in this video at all, then hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.